Hey guys, welcome back to F1 Podcast. Now Max and I were talking about this podcast before we started filming, and we decided that we weren't going to talk too much about the FOTA versus FIA situation. I mean, it hasn't been resolved yet, and until something's resolved, there's still,
we're keeping our powder dry on that one at the moment. We've all got opinions on it, and it's a bit of brinkmanship at the moment. I mean, it's a bit of a chess game. The chess pieces are back in Mosley's corner at the moment, and we'll find out, what the next move is in the middle of June. But yeah, you're right. We're not going to go into that.
But what we are going to talk about is some of the entrants that put their foot forward, Max, for 2010. And obviously we had US GPE early on, and now we've got Campos, Adrian Campos. Max,
Adrian Campos, who can forget that old F1 stalwart who's running around the GP team, and he's now stepping up to the big leagues potentially.
Lola, Superfund, Lightspeed, and just recently reading about maybe the return of Brabham, Max. So there's lots of people who are putting their hand up for this cheaper version of Formula One next year, Max.
Wouldn't it be great to see the Brabham name back in Formula One? I'd love to see the name Lotus back in Formula One as well. That'd be great.
Paint it black.
Yeah, black and gold. That'd be great. Look, I think it's great that these guys have all stuck their hands up. But I think they would have stuck their hands up based on a certain set of prerequisites issued by the FIA. That may very well change, but
do you think it'll change, Max, when 40 million turns into 100 million, for example?
It'll change.
Well, it's 100 now. Sorry.
Oops, forgot to mention that. Look, I think it's terrific, more so than anything, that there are other teams that are prepared to stick their hands up and put their hat in the ring to compete in Formula One. It wasn't too long ago that these teams, in particular the Dave Richards ProDrive outfit, who might be going under the auspices of Aston Martin in 2010, should they decide to go into Formula One, have always intimated that would love to get into Formula One, or Dave Richards said would love to get into Formula One again. But it's just prohibitively expensive.
Yeah.
And we all know that he stuck his hand up for the 08 season, but that was poo-pooed by Williams and Co, which is fair enough. But now they're getting another bite at the cherry, and it has to be commercially viable, as we all know, for these guys to get in and become competitive. It's one thing to get into Formula One, but it's another thing to get in there and become competitive.
Yeah.
So I guess this is an ongoing saga, and we'll find out a little bit more in the ongoing months. But I just think it's a healthy sign that there are other teams out there, some new blood,
Channing at the bit.
Yeah, they're prepared to stick their hand up and say, look, we'll have a crack at that. So all power to them.
Yeah, I think it's a good thing as well, Max, and it's a delicate balance, Max, between keeping your existing customers happy, and we've talked about this in previous podcasts. Keeping your big boys happy, but also encouraging new people in, and hopefully they can do that. And Braun's shown that if you get a good engine package and you can build a good chassis, then you might be able to be competitive. So
there's room for 13 teams on the grid, so 26 cars under the as it stands. I don't want to see the loss of anyone like your Ferraris and your Renaults and your BMWs and so on and so forth. But I think the sport would benefit from some new blood. Not all of these teams that have stuck their hand up are going to be able to fit on the grid. That's a given. Unless, of course, a lot of manufacturers walk away, and let's hope that isn't the case. But I'd love to see room for all of our manufacturers to remain in Formula One for next year and beyond, and to have a few extra teams come in, I guess, as well.
Yeah, it'd be good.
Your Aston Martins and your Lightspeeds and your US GP, to name a few.
Alright everyone, well, let us know your comments, leave them on this video, and we'll see you soon for the next one.
Alright guys, see you.
Bye.